I'm doing it. I'm giving away one of my ministry secrets. Hey, this is Pastor Carl Bastian from Kidology.org, and I am really, really excited about what I'm about to show you. You know, if you follow me on Kidology or my blog, if you've come to any of my workshops, you know that one of the main themes of Kidology has been relational ministry. In fact, I coined that phrase decades ago before I had ever heard it from anybody else, because I'm so passionate about the fact that ministry is about relationships. Jesus was all about relationships, and we minister best in the context of relationships, because ministry is people, it isn't programs. You also know that another passion of mine is the study of the world of kids. In fact, the definition of Kidology is not just a study of kids, but it's their culture, it's how they learn, what they enjoy. If you've been to my workshops, I've talked about kids ministry as cross-cultural ministry, learning the language of kids, using the artifacts of kids, using references to their culture. Well, I have a little secret thing I've been doing. I haven't meant to keep it a secret. It's just that it's never been to where I really wanted to share it. But for 20 plus years, I have always done something that I called, very simply, Kid Info Sheets. Now, I may change that name now that I've got it ready for you. But what it was is basically I pass out to the kids a piece of paper. And it's never been fancy. That's why I've never put it on Kidology. It's just been very simple, but it gives me information about kids. Well, as I have headed into a new ministry and I'm starting all over again at High Point Church, I decided, you know what, I've got to do my Kid Info Sheets. And I thought, why have I not updated this and upgraded it and made it more attractive? And once I do that, hey, I can share it with you. So this is it. All right, this is the big reveal. It's here. And instead of Kid Info, I'm calling it the All About Me sheet. What this simply is a really cool looking form that you give to every kid in your ministry because you want to learn about them. And then after that, going forward, you give it to your guests. It's a great way to get your guests to come back, because if they bring this back, they get a fun prize. So let me walk through this and explain to you just how valuable and insightful and amazing this is. It's more than just a form that gets to know them, all right? So they put in there their name and their age and their contact info, and then my favorite things, lets you learn about their culture, right? Their favorite candy or snack, that's what you give away for prizes. Their favorite place to eat, that's where you take them out for lunch with their family. Their favorite toy or game, movie or show, I've added their favorite app. I've never had that before. All right, their favorite books, famous people, that can be athletes or actors, and then things about church. Now, this is valuable because so many times in my life, kids have put things down and I didn't know what it was, like Harry Pooter, or, who's that guy? Or, the Mighty Morphine Flower Rangers, or, whatever it is. And I go home and I Google it. Sometimes I buy it. I end up using it as an object lesson because I know the kids are into those things. And what favorite things about church? Hey, that's a good thing to know as well. But it gets even better because then you go to side 2, all right? Side 2, they have a place to put prayer requests, all right? I have learned incredible things about kids by what they will write on a form that they might not say to me or a small group leader. And sometimes difficult to read, but you found out what they're going through. Then they draw a picture of their family. Kids love to draw. I tell them to be sure to include your pets as well. But it lets me know. They draw, 3 dads and 3 moms. And I'm just kidding. But, you learn about divorce, and you learn about 2 families, and you learn about what pets they have by getting insight into their family. Because the families today are different. They're made up different. And there are a lot of broken families. And so what a simple way to find out that there's just a mom, or there's just a dad, or there's 2 families and they're there every other weekend or whatever. And then I love these. Complete this sentence at the end. Let me just read you these, all right? I'm super good at. That's a fun one, right? I wish I was better at. Get into, where they're struggling. When I grow up, what are they going to do? What are their dreams, right? If I had $1 zillion, I would. I changed it to zillion. I used to have 1,000. I've tried 1,000,000. Kids have no concept of money. I mean, if you give them an actual amount, they'll either say things that isn't enough money for, and then you're like, well, you can't buy that with $1,000. Or you say $1 million, and they're like, going to buy a bike. And you're like, you got $1 million. You can buy a bike factory, you know? And so I changed it to a zillion because it just means a lot of money. What would you do if you had a lot of money? Kids put greedy things, of course. I mean, I'd pay off my mortgage and buy a new car, right? We all immediately go there. But you'll also sometimes discover amazing passions and interests that kids have because they'll surprise you sometimes with what they'll put. The hardest thing about being a kid is this gives you some insight into what it's like to be a kid. I love this one. I wish my parents understood. You know, that's an insight that you can get. In fact, you can compile all the answers to that question, put them in an email or letter to parents. Don't attach the kids' names, but say these are the things that your kids, our kids, are saying they wish you understood, and you can give some insight to parents. One thing I'd change at church is, all right, again, that's feedback, all right? You might find out that they don't like lines or they don't like, you know, whatever, and you can make those changes. And the funnest thing I ever did is gives you a little insight. And at the bottom, there's a spot for contact us, all right? See, here's the one for my church, and it's got my church's contact info and my email and stuff. And then we also, I've got it for you as a grayscale version in case you can't print in color. This is totally free. If you are a Kidology All Access member, it's free. And then for those that aren't members, we have it in the store, super affordable, so that you can buy it once, and of course you can reproduce it. Don't share it and give it away. Send people to Kidology to get their own copy and start learning about your kids. Start discovering how to pray. And then you keep these things forever. I have 3-ring binders. I almost showed you one. Then I realized, well, there's private, information in there that I don't want to show on screen. But I pray through these. And you can take every day 1 or 2 of these, look at the picture of the kid. They attach a picture right here. And pray for them based on the things they ask for prayer for. Then when you see them on Sunday, you see the kid because you were looking at the picture, and you can say, how is grandma? Or has your dad gotten a job? Or whatever it is that they've asked for prayer for. And then save these, because literally over a decade later, I'd like to say higher, but I don't want to give away how old I am, I have come across these and gone through them, and you know what? I've reconnected with some of these kids who are now adults or parents. Yeah, I'm that old. And I've actually scanned it and sent it to them to show them that I have kept it all these years. Or if you don't want to be a pack rat, throw them out at the end of the year. Or give them back to the kids. But I am so excited to make this available to you. It is going to give you so much amazing insight into your kids, how to pray for them, what things they're interested in, what you need to change or improve in the ministry. And so just right away, go to kidology.org/allaboutme. That's the redirect, and it'll take you right to it. All right? And maybe if you fill one out and send it to me, fully scanned, I might just send you a prize. You never know.